Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne back to do your bonus reading. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot again. It shows up better on the camera here. So, all right, let's see what's going on in the bonus read. I'm very spoiled at home. The video I just did took forever to upload, and I ended up having to do it on my own uploads, and my videos upload straight away at home. So, you know, I was just doing a reading like TikTok then and pulling out 3 cards. Oh boy, I'm in a great mood today, but you wouldn't think so. I feel very bitsy. All right, let's see where we're going. Okay, so with the beautiful Page of Cups coming through first. So the Page of Cups is a card that represents water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is a love offer. It's not a big love offer. Usually it means that you're getting asked on a date, or there's some sort of indication that somebody's interested in you. But very often the Page of Cups will come out when you've got a wedding invitation or an engagement invitation or some sort of invitation for something that is really nice. I feel like for some of you here, you may be getting an opportunity to do something that you've wanted to do for a very long time. So maybe something just come up via email or on the internet that you're really interested in doing. There's a definite feel for pull here towards something. I have the Seven of Swords coming through. So this is quite interesting energy. I can't quite grasp this. You're not really sure whether to trust this or not, really, are you? Look at this, the Moon and the Seven of Swords. I feel like somebody's making an offer to you here. But there's definitely a feeling that you don't trust where the offer's coming from. I see you sort of looking at it with a lot of disdain, I want to say. There's a lot of energy here of not really feeling like this person is either on the up and up or really offering you something worthwhile here. Definitely. Okay, so I have the Page of Swords here. Wow, okay. So there is this sort of energy here. What it feels like to me is that somebody is offering you something, and I feel like you're going and doing a bit of creeping on this person. You're going to have a look at where they are, where they're coming from. You may even be really vigilant and do a background check. Why would you do that? But there's something here that makes you feel really like this person is not being for real. So let's just move forward. Maybe you just don't trust their love for you. So you're looking for the truth here. The Ace of Swords for me is a beautiful card because it talks about a brand new start, but one with clarity. So somebody's making some sort of offer here, but for some reason you are not trusting them. I don't feel it's somebody you know, but I could find that there are cards here that come through that tell me that perhaps some of you do know this person. But I don't feel that you've had a relationship. I feel like that's a first date energy coming through here. So it sort of makes me wonder why you're not trusting this energy. Okay, so there's a lot of communication. You may have met this person on the internet. You may have met this person internet dating or through somebody where you haven't really had a lot to do with them before. Because I see a lot of communication here going backwards and forwards. So whatever this energy is, you're not trusting where this offer is coming from. It's a solid offer, guys. 2 of Cups coming through. Now, the 2 of Cups represents soulmate relationship. It's about 2 people seeing eye to eye. But what we neglect to talk about a lot of the time is not all soulmates are there for the long haul. Not all soulmates are there to fall in love with you and give you a really good time. Some soulmates are sent in to help you get through lessons or help you get through learning in your life that you haven't known before. It can be someone who's quite karmic, can be an energy of some sort of lesson you have to learn. Now, most of the time, these lessons we are supposed to learn fairly quickly and sort of move on from. So, but a lot of the time we don't. We just keep persevering, especially if you're empathic, especially if you have a big heart. You keep working at them, thinking that somehow or another you're going to make something good come from this. But the energy may be here that this person isn't the right person for you. You're not trusting your gut feeling. All right, then we have the Star card. So we know that this person is meant to be on your path. This is someone here that you do have some sort of energy of moving forward with, whether it's a lesson, whether it's to teach you something about yourself and your own value, or whether it is in fact something that's going to be here for the long haul. But you see, sometimes Spirit sends these relationships in just to see how much you've learned or how far you've come, or is this person really what you wanted, or are you going to settle again? That sort of energy coming through here with that Star card. Let's see. Oh, and then we have the Chariot, rightio. So you could be dealing with a Cancer here, you could be dealing with an Aquarius here. But there is definitely going to be forward movement in this situation, whether that's going to be around for the long term or not. There is definitely lessons you're learning here. You just haven't completed the lessons with the Chariot because it isn't ready to move forward here. All right, so we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. So what I feel like here is that somebody is very persistent and, you know, in wooing you or getting you to go out on a date. And I feel like somehow or another you're not really sure. So the energy here says to me that although you feel that this person is maybe very attractive or has all the right energies, whatever it is for you, there's an energy here that you are seeking some sort of truth before you move forward. And that sort of gives me this energy of trying to control something rather than just going with the flow. The offer coming through looks fairly solid here, but it could be, for example, that you, although you sort of feel this person is good for you on some levels, there's something about this person that may be very different or extraordinary compared to perhaps people you've dated before, because I still feel you're looking back at the past here. Let's just go back and have a look. All right, so somebody's making an offer here. I feel like you're not trusting and you're basing this particular offer in past situations here. Maybe you've been let down in the past, and because you don't know what's going to happen in this one, you're not trusting the energy. But what I'm feeling here, and you may do a bit of stalking, you may stalk their Facebook page, you may be doing a bit of checking on them, because I see you here going in and out of your thinking. But the Sun card's here, which tells me actually it's a really beautiful relationship. So I feel maybe the lesson you're learning here very strongly is to trust your own instincts. Maybe you're going backwards and forwards here with that Five of Wands, trying to work out whether to trust your ego or whether to trust your intuition, because there's a really strong feeling here that you are unsure which way to go. And to me it feels like the universe is offering you something beautiful. It sort of feels like the energy of, you know, maybe you've had relationships in the past that haven't gone well, but to me this is an energy of not trusting where you are being taken and pushing against that rather than allowing it to flow. All right, so I have the Knight of Swords coming through with the Two of Wands. So there's definitely some sort of energy here, because that Knight of Swords has that sword in his hand. So he's ready to move forward. He's ready to take whatever comes his way. And the Two of Wands says to me there's a brand new opportunity opening up for you here. But you're sort of almost stuck at that crossroads here. Oh, we have Temperance. Okay. Let me just find a card to go with Temperance. Five of Pentacles. Oh, and the Hanged Man. See, you're stuck in a decision here. Ten of Swords, it's a cycle. Okay, so now I see what's going on, Magician. Beautiful energy. There is a real energy here because you have the Six of Wands coming through. Okay, so I see what's going on here. I feel like you're about to meet someone. There is somebody coming in who's going to make an offer to you. And I feel like the offer is very, very sound. I think it's a good offer, especially with like the Victory card, the Magician coming through. But see, what I see here is someone who's closing out some sort of cycle. Now, to me, the Temperance card does talk about balance and divine timing. So I think you're where you need to be. I think you've done your work. I think you're understanding what you're looking for in a relationship. But somebody's come sort of left field here, you know, a little different to what you've normally encountered. But I feel like because you've done all this work, that you have this fear that if you trust where you're going, that somehow or another you're going to be let down. And the universe is saying to you here, you need to complete this cycle. You've got a cycle going on that says to me that you have fear because you can't see the future. What does that mean? Sometimes we need to visualize how things are coming out, and this may not be something that you've learned when you've done your learning. It may not have been something that you've understood, but a lot of people with like attachment or rejection issues find it very, very difficult to trust a new relationship. Maybe because things have gone before, you know, have gone sideways before. And there is a feeling here that the universe is trying to get you to close out a cycle. I feel like instinctively you know that this person is good. Instinctively you know that they are telling the truth. And I do feel here that you are ready to move forward with this person. But there's this energy of doubt creeping through. There's an energy that feels to me like you're going backwards and forwards on something because you're not really sure whether to trust your ego. Maybe the lesson is, do I trust my ego or do I trust my intuition? Because I've got a little bit of this going on here where we're going backwards and forwards on which way to trust. I want to put some more cards on it though, so I'm just going to pull a couple more here. And I feel like this is good. Like, to me, this looks like a really solid offer coming through from a very good person, but you're finding it very difficult to trust the direction you're going in. It's like you need to see the future and you can't see it. Yeah, here we go again. Look, I pulled the same two cards. Now, it's possible that because you're seeing it this way, same cards all came out again. It's like you're seeing it already as being negative. And what the universe is sort of saying to you here is you need to go through the motions to find that out for yourself. Don't decide that it's not good for you before you've even gone on the journey. If you're in the beginning stages and you're being an observer and you're watching this person's behavior, then go and check out how to watch for red flags, for example. If this person is any way sort of, creating an energy of not trusting them, then that's okay. But I don't feel this person is doing that, and that may be what's confusing you. It's this energy of trying to see something wrong but not really finding it, but trusting that it's wrong anyway. And that's the energy coming through. So I feel like here, whoever this person is coming through is someone who's meant for you, especially with that Temperance card. But I feel that you've got to work that out for yourself. There's some sort of energy of needing to close out a cycle here because you're not trusting where you're being led. And again, that comes down to abandonment and rejection issues. Not trusting the future, trying to visualize what you want in something and trying to make it work that way for you. And it's not going to. This is a real sound test from the universe to see whether you have learned your lessons. Okay, so I do have the card of Star Family coming through here. This is quite interesting because I'm wondering here whether this person is somebody from your own soul family. Okay. At some stage we were a part of Soul Cluster, a gathering of souls who broke away from one another to experience themselves individually. Those who are part of your soul cluster are part of your star family. Your star family are those souls who are just cut from a similar cloth. You haven't experienced lifetimes together. Your souls were once actually one. It's very common for star family members to incarnate at similar times, to work with anchoring a similar frequency of light and to cross paths with each other. You know that someone is part of your star family when you feel like you know them and remember them from the moment you meet. They feel instantly familiar and comfortable. Time both passes quickly and stretches when you're with them. You'll find more of yourself with them than with anyone else. They talk about looking in a mirror. You know, when you meet someone who has sort of very similar ways to you, or similar ideas, or a similar history. And that can be actually destructive as well, because some people are very good at building something very, very quickly with you. So the difference is, if you feel comfortable with someone and they're trying to move the relationship forward very quickly, like they're trying to become physical, you know, marry you, tell you they love you too soon, those are red flags for you. I don't feel as though this person is. I feel that you do feel very familiar with them. I feel like this person is more than likely somebody from your star family. But this is up to you this time to work out whether it's right for you or not. I feel like perhaps in the past you've perhaps met people who've done all those things and you've ignored the red flags. And sometimes I say to people, was there red flags there? And I feel a lot of us ignore those because we like the person. For some unknown reason, we're attracted to them, or we find them really charming, really inviting. And when we have these deep empathies, when we have this energy of empathic ability, sometimes we can be taken in by that. But what lies deeper than that is an energy of wanting to be loved by someone. So if somebody can make that love happen or appear to happen very, very quickly, sometimes we'll ignore the red flags before we move in. I feel like here that you are either not seeing any red flags, but still looking for problems or issues before you've started, rather than letting something unravel and trusting yourself to see that. And that's what it comes down to. Do you trust yourself to see what's wrong with something? Do you trust yourself to walk away if things aren't right? Because ultimately you cannot trust the other person early in a relationship. That takes time. So I feel like here you're trying to understand if this person's worth trusting. Only time will tell. Looks like a good relationship though.